Come follow the brick wall. It's your girl Eva K, and I'm ready to eat. Hey, who ready to eat with me? Who ready to come spread with me? Let's break bread. Hey, it's your host, your girl Eva K, and I am here with the cast of It's Saturday.
Hey.
Two. So
What happened?
we're gonna get into all the people here. But first, I need to shout out Money Tree Entertainment for sponsoring our dinner. Yeah, and they are our number one sponsors for the show. Let's see. Let's go around the table before we say our grace, so we can know our family that's here today. Let's start with you, King.
How y'all doing? My name is Freeny Nation. Showing love today. Want to thank everybody for coming out. We're gonna have fun. It's all love, baby.
Yes, sir.
August, it's me. I'm CJ Taggisill. You know, that guy that takes pictures at all the clubs that used to be here. So they all got. And we ain't gonna talk about that, but I don't even know why I'm here. I just got a text, hey, come here, and I sat down and I'm eating, I guess. I don't know.
We're glad to have you, King.
Thank you.
And I'm James J, the writer of It's Saturday and It's Saturday 2, and I'm glad to be here with Eva.
Yes, sir.
I am Jamie Joyner, and also known as Goonie. On Saturday 1, we'll be in 2. What's up, y'all?
Yes, ma'am.
What up, world? It's your guy, his straight. Your boy Pchase, man. You're known as Blocks. Always on the block, man. Glad to have y'all here, man. Glad to be on the show, Miss E.
Yes, sir. Thank you for letting us get in the studio.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to bow our heads, say our grace, and we're going to get it in. Now we thank you, for our food, for our food.
Sure.
Father God, we thank you. Father God, we thank
Yes.
you. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
I like the
Okay.
ad-libs, though.
Thank you.
Right.
The ad-libs, I was like, yeah.
He heard singing and he
Right.
I'm
Producer
sorry. It's
and-
the artists and producers
Right.
shit. man. I apologize.
Listen, so we're live on Mr. James' Facebook. Hey, Facebook. And then we got my show going on. And then we got a live audience. Would y'all like to say hi, or y'all just want to stay in the cut?
Yeah, that's a lot of people
That was
back
a button.
there.
That was
Yeah,
a button.
lot.
We got a guy back there with a button hitting the button. back there.
Yes. So, James, let's talk.
Okay.
What's up, King? Thank you for having me. In your presence.
Thank you for having me and bringing food. What we having here?
So today we ran into a whole lot of hiccups, but we ain't gonna get into this.
Say that.
So we got some chicken Alfredo,
Okay.
some of us. We got some salad and rolls,
Okay.
and then James got marinara.
Minerva.
Meatloaf and marinara.
Minerva.
Mm-hmm. So while we eat, while I eat,
Right, me too.
I wanna listen to this. What y'all talking about?
What? Oh, I was like, I said, I'm gonna pass my plate
Mm-hmm.
because I already ate. I didn't know I didn't know I was
I
getting
like
fed.
that. He in the studio.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
already ate.
But I'm telling my brother, are you sure? I want to make sure he ate. You know.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel, CJ.
I already do.
Oh, okay.
I watch what I being
I know,
on.
man.
That's what I do. I'm that silent supporter.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Because you also an East Knoxville legend. Y'all hear in these streets.
I like to just call it popular. I'm just a popular person.
Okay.
People know my name, they done heard it, they done seen my work. But trust me, there's a lot more y'all don't know about.
So are you in the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the new addition to
So I'm going to introduce them.
Trying to do it this.
Okay, well you go ahead and do your thing.
Okay.
I'ma eat, but can somebody pass me the roll? Pass me the
That's what
roll.
you said.
Yes. No mama biscuits, Gina. No mama biscuits.
Shit.
I know that. Go ahead, James. Do your thing.
Well, I'm glad you got us on the show. I've been watching the show, and I've been liking the conversations you've been having, and it's been in depth, and it's been funny, and I'd like to congratulate you. Give you some hand claps. You put people. Everybody has a voice, and everybody don't get a chance to speak their truths or speak their struggles and stuff. But you are making that happen for people, and I like what you're doing. So I wanted to be on the show
Thank
and show
you.
support. and eat some good food for free.
Yes. Hello. Shout out to my sponsors, baby. Because without the sponsors, I would never be able to do what I do.
Yeah, so did you watch the first film?
I
This
did.
Saturday.
I did.
What you think? Tell the truth. What you think?
So the first film,
Mm-hmm.
can I be totally honest?
Honest, that's what we looking for here.
I was mad I wasn't in it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay. Because I said, well, why James didn't ask me to be in it? They got the Don Diva,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my boo.
Okay, yeah. Shout
Shout
out
out
Don
to
Diva.
the
Waverly.
Don Diva.
Shout out to Juicy. If y'all see the film, you'll see her name is Too Juicy. She was kind of my love interest.
Right, so when I seen her twisting out,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, what? How you gonna have one big girl without the other?
Not feel you.
But I did like the first one. I thought it was cute.
But we do got you on this one, though.
Right.
So stay tuned. Eva K is in this one. Y'all better watch it.
But what I really liked about the first one was seeing like holiday market and seeing places on the east side that I grew up visiting and going to. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's dope. Then when I seen Pchase, and I was just like, okay. And you know, Screw Loose. I used to work with him
Shout
over
out
at
Screw Loose.
Sarasota. Shout out.
Yeah.
So that really made me happy because I knew the people in the short film.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. You know, I always wanted to get people that I'm familiar with to work with it, and it's a genuine feel when you're on the set. This is my first film, first short film. And I had an idea to take something from the first Friday, Ice Cube's first Friday, and call it Saturday. So I called up people I knew, that I gelled with, that I grew up with, and I think it came across that way. We just had fun.
What you think?
I had a lot of fun, you know. We more like family now. And of course, you know, my story is funny because I wasn't supposed to be in it. I seen a post and I was like, I'm gonna see. And Simon, again, shout out to Simon. I see his post, Screw Loose, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit him up. So I hit him up, went out there, and we had a ball. And I've just been hanging ever since.
Yeah, that's what's up. What about you, Pchase? What did you think about the first movie?
I was just doing me, and ended up bumping into my man James. Me and James been knowing each other for a long time. I mean, our history is, I've been in music, godly, since I was 15, 16. And I bumped into James coming out of the halfway house with my music. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time dealing with the MacBook laptop and all of that stuff. And my first song was called I Get Money. And I came to James with it, and I actually did it in the halfway house room, in my room, recording. You can see. But I actually, I made the song in my room, and came to James with it, and I knew that he DJ'd. So I was like, yo, bro, I got this going on, You know, I know you DJ, can we connect? You know, so after that, we grew a relationship, friendship, with music and him DJing and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I went through some trials and tribulations in my life and ended up being in prison and stuff like that. So it kind of took us off our little wave that we was on. But with the strongness of the friendship that we built, it didn't destroy the wave, you know? It just brought it to a different pattern in the ocean. So we came and our man was just out, stumbled across and he was like, yo, P, I need you. So I'm like, look, bro, you know what it is. So I just went on and joined in, man, and it all just connected. And, you know, I just came along and here we are now.
I love that.
Appreciate it.
What about you, King? What did you think about the first movie?
Give me a second, y'all.
Well, look, I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. You know, I'm definitely gonna check it out. You know, check it out. But my story, how I met this man right here. He was on set. I forgot what set it was, but we had a scene together where we had to be in a circle. And we were talking. We knew a few people, you know, we all run in the same circle. Hit him up one day because I had an audition for something. I think it was like a commercial. My man came through, had everybody participate. I was paying everybody. My man said, "No, I don't even want it." And from day on, it's a real dude. And I told him, whatever he needed from me, I'm there, because he came to support. It was what, rainy day? I mean, we was cold, you know, and everything, like, it was just freezing. He didn't have to come, but he did. So, you know, I definitely appreciate him for that. Then I got into where he started telling me he do movies. I've been checking him out ever since. Comedy shows and everything been good. So ever since I've been seeing his posts, I'm following it, I'm tuning in, and yeah, rest history. So,
Now, where you from? Because I picked up an accent.
I'm from Ohio, born and raised.
Okay, King. Okay, King. What about you, CJ? Because I was getting you next.
Oh, now have I seen it? I've seen about 2-3 minutes of it. I got a phone call. I forgot. I'm sorry, but I will watch it. Like he said, I'm glad he said it.
It's a lot of y'all out there. You need to go watch it.
Yeah, man,
Go
please.
watch it.
Like, hold on.
Go watch it.
Hold on. See, yeah, I only like to tell the truth, and I like to talk with my hands.
But y'all need to go
Ain't nothing
watch
wrong
it.
with
But-
I'm not even
And y'all
but
need to
I'm
go
about
watch
to
it.
hit you up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you live.
I know,
Watch
because it can't just be all on him. It's going. I mean, y'all gonna have to throw that at me too at the same time.
It's all right.
But
You're
I know-
directing them to watch it. So
I know,
it's all
yeah.
right.
So like I said,
It's all right.
I'm gonna take it. Y'all don't watch the first one. If y'all watch the second one, y'all can go back and watch the first
That's
one.
right.
So it don't even matter because y'all gonna really start seeing a lot of more familiar faces.
Right.
And my thing with Supernatural, James, is we have already kind of started working together. Let's just
Right,
fast forward.
right,
We've
no.
been knowing each other for a long time,
No.
but let's just fast forward
No.
to this past year.
Right.
So for a minute, we was doing. I was like, cause everybody know I'm a photographer, but everybody wanted me to do music videos. No,
Right.
I don't. But I was gonna dabble in doing films, short films and
Right.
stuff like that. So we had linked up, we had got together, and next thing I know, I'm like, we produced one. We got one out. We did two. The other one might not ever be seen, but we did one. Things went cool, but egos got in the way, and I don't know. Short story, we didn't work, but I always said I still got you, even though this project did not work. I still got you on any other project that you need me on. So then when I seen Saturday, I was like, oh, is he mad at me? Let's go clear something up. Let's go clear something up. Hold on,
I
bro.
wasn't expecting
No.
this tea, but can you pass me the tea?
Look,
This thing got
right,
good
right,
real
right.
quick.
I like that. That's real though.
And so I said,
For real. I
I
like
said,
that.
because I know with everything that went on, I was just
Right,
like,
right.
oh, you better chill out with all that. 'Cause
Right,
we grown men. We can discuss whatever it is, but as the way he support, because he's a solid guy, the way he support it's supernatural. It's supernatural.
Wow, okay.
I like how you put that. I
Because
like how you put that, bro.
and whatever he puts out, I gotta make sure I match or do better. So
Understood.
so it was like,
Understood.
okay, I got you in on this one.
Friendly competition, bro.
Friendly competition.
Friendly
Friendly
competition.
competition.
Motivation.
Yeah, because I don't believe
like
in, oh man, the next man. I'm
Right.
like, I'd rather.
Oh,
You
okay.
all right.
Watch this. Right.
I got to
Gotcha.
do one better.
Got you.
That's the
It's
energy.
pushing.
Yeah.
It's pushing.
Yeah.
Matching energy. Not because it's easy to hate.
Oh, yeah.
About it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
easy to hate.
Right.
But to push one another and know y'all can have an open dialect and still like, oh nah, we might not be cool, but that man gonna push me.
Right.
I ain't gonna let him
Right.
outdo me.
Right.
But he gonna also not do. He gonna bring that same energy, and when we see each other, it's gonna still always be love and respect.
That's what we need right now.
That's what we need, the love and the
I
respect.
mean, we all be going off at each other at one point or another,
But
or
it
not
still come back
understanding.
around.
But it's still
Yeah.
Eventually, it's still gonna come back around because if you're doing something and he's doing something, it's gonna always come around full
Yeah.
circle.
Purpose is the purpose, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Okay, so James, what got you into doing short films and writing? Have you been doing this since
Well,
you was a little lad or what?
I always was writing as a preteen, but I got into entertainment. My thing is I wanted to be an entertainer as a young kid. Then I got to be a DJ. Then I was in dance competition. So I've always grew up around
What kind of dance you
entertainment.
doing?
I was pop locking and dropping it and
Okay.
everything, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, but then you get older, your bones start popping. And you gotta like, I gotta look into something now. So I got into I started doing films around, just fast forward. Start doing films with CJ. What's the films we've been on together since?
We did
Was it My
Oh,
Man?
for my man.
Oh, okay.
So I
Like
started
Jupiter
looking up
Entertainment.
Yeah.
He got like 100 shows under his belt. I'm trying to keep up with him. I got like 20 some shows. So So I was starting to dibble and dabble into the films, and I always would run into him. He'd give me some good advice to follow, like do your own thing. So, and then I would run into Mr. Do-It-All. If y'all don't know, that's Mr. Do-It-All. I would see what he doing on the street. So what they're saying is friendly competition pushes me. It pushed me into doing film. Then I hooked up with C-Note. C-Note said, I see something in you. I believe in what you're trying to do. Let's go. So sometimes it takes, I had an idea, but I didn't know I was going to be pushed in that direction to do my own films, short films, and writing. So now I'm interested in writing short books. I'm trying to get into coloring books for kids. I'm trying to do a little bit more things coming on after this. But I said, let me try this. And I like the unity that film brings together. It brings all types of people from, like at this table. We got all types of different backgrounds. What's up, Steve?
Don't forget about Walter.
And Walter, I ran into Walter Martin with my book club, and he's doing books. He's gonna be in the second one too. So shout out to
He's been on
Walter
the
Martin.
show.
Yeah, so shout out to him. So running into everybody, Adam, and everybody else, Adam King, he has a track on the show. So it brings people together. Anything that's trying to bring people together right now is what I'm about. So that's what I like the family oriented thing and how we talk to each other, even in disagreements. It makes a good thing when you can talk it out. So I'm going to dedicate this movie to all the violence that's been going on in Knoxville. You know, I know a lot of families are hurting, but we can direct some of that anger and violence into film, and our culture needs it. We need something to funnel all this aggression, all this misunderstanding. So I'm using this movie as that type of platform. So I think hopefully it'll reach people to see that.
So let's go around the table. Let's back up. Go around the table, and we already introduced ourselves, but let's give a little bit of background because, like you said, we're all from different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start with Pchase, and then we're gonna go around the table just to give a little background. You know.
Well, man, my background is just music itself. I've been around music my whole entire life. Before I got into the studio life, the artist life, I was a performer. I actually used to play West African drums. Lead drummer for the Kaumba camp, Kaumba festival. Was very involved in it. They had it at Vine Middle School when I was in middle school. They had it at Austin East when I went to Austin East. So going from there, just grew up gradually going into it, and then you got this thing called the streets, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up migrating to the streets, and with me migrating into the streets came the more into the music and artists and rap, and which I was already into it. One of my favorite groups I grew up with was 3 6 Mafia. Like I was just a fan of 3 6 Mafia, and it was just all the different artists that they had in it, and the way that their music sound, and the way that they just gravitated around. Didn't matter if it was from female artists, from however they had it, you know what I'm saying? And then just seeing them grow and just seeing the orchestration of how they did stuff and other music that I fell into, I ended up becoming the artist and riding with, coming up with the name Paper. I used to go by Paper Thin first. And I got that name from my cousin from me being real little. And I rode with it. And I ended up just riding with the name Paper and just got into it and started seeing of all the things that my father had taught me coming up. I had this great idea that came over me one day when I was about like 22, 23, and I just was sitting to myself one day and was like, how can I make, or how can I income some revenue off of all this knowledge that I know? Like, I shouldn't have to be always clocking in and going into a job and always having to, I have a big problem with authority.
Okay.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, I'm a man myself, but I know what I'm capable of a man. So when another man telling me what to do, and I know that I can be as great as you, it's kind of hard to be in that understatement when I know if you gave me that chance, I might can show you more than what you didn't know. So it's not the authority like, do this part. It's just the authority of people giving me that box like, I'm the man, you do what I say. I don't kind of bend to that, you know. I think it's a way to go about it. But I ended up just coming up with this thought of Mr. Do-It-All. So when I came up with Mr. Do-It-All, I just ran with it. I was like, that's it. Mr. Do-It-All. I know how to do everything. I can fix a car. I can build a building. I know how to build a house. I got my carpenter license. I went to school for business management. Like, I just encountered all this stuff. So I came up with that. And I ended up coming across a great friend of mine And we just blossomed from that. We ended up coming together, having Mr. Do It All Mobile Car Wash right across from Walter P. Taylor Homes, right there by the dollar store. Had that for 4 years and grew into Mr. Do It All's Market and Deli right here up the street on Chapman Highway. And just after encountering that and going to school for business management, my mind was just set on business. My whole life has just been orchestrated about business. So I've always been the type to make sure that I have good business, be straight up in everything I do. So it just migrated from that to the music, and then from the music to merchandise being like, hold up, I can't spend $100 and then gotta give every fan a free shirt, so let me figure out business. Let me figure out how to do this, and then it orchestrated to It's Straight Attire, and now I have my own music company, I'm an artist, producer, and I have my own clothing line.
Dope. Thank you, King, for
Thank
sharing.
you. No problem. No problem.
What about you, Ms. Joyner? What's up, Queen? Talk to me.
Word.
Well, where do I start? I'm from Lonsdale, single mother to a grandmother. She's not one the other day. I am an entrepreneur myself. I'm the owner of Luxury Essence Candles. I sell candles, massage candles, gel candles, door candles, cupcake candles, wax melts, incense, fire oils.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm missing something.
I've been looking for a black-owned candle company, so
Right.
let's get that together.
Yeah, definitely. And I started that 10 years ago. It was really a hobby. I like candles, so I was like, I'm gonna, start making candles. And then on my 30th birthday, I had 30 candles made, and I was kind of spiked. So, it just kicked out something else. But I literally had to teach myself everything,
Yeah.
And it's a lot to business that people don't understand. It's more than just you have your product, you go sell it. You gotta market, you gotta get out there and push, So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, shout out to your kids and to your grandbaby. What about you, King? What's
Well,
up?
I gave you kind of the rundown already, but to put it in a nutshell, I just like always trying something different. Like I said, I was a DJ earlier, a dancer earlier. I want to see how many, like Mr. Do It All. He used to when I see him say he's Mr. Do It All, it inspired me. Instead of looking at him and say, like they said, friendly competition, I said, well, what can I do? That it created a question in my mind. If he's Mr. Do It All, what all can I do? So I kind of look at life that way. I kind of want to say, what haven't I tried? Instead of saying the glasses are always, I can't do this, or I can't. I want to say, okay, I haven't tried acting to the fullest. I haven't tried writing to my fullest. So I want to be able to inspire. I have a 7-year-old son, and he knows he's more comical than I am. Most of the characters I do, I watch him. Most of it ain't me. I'm like, I can use that. I can use it. So, if you can see what somebody else is doing, give them the thank you for what they do, and it makes you not be a hater. And when you can look at somebody and say, I like what they're doing, tell them while they're alive, tell them. So I think that's when you get more positive energy in your life. So I just want to see all of us make it, and if this movie makes it, or if it doesn't, I had fun doing it. I put my time into something away from the negative. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for adding value. What about you?
The year was 1982. I think it was a stormy day. All right, let me fast forward. Nah, but before I actually picked up the camera, a lot of people don't know I did comedy. So I was a comedian first. Then I picked up the camera. Shout out to Paul Molden, who actually introduced me into taking pictures. And that was at Club 106, which is now Southbound. That brick wall, that was my first backdrop. Right there in the day. Every time I go in there, I be like, yeah, there go that's my section right there. But I did that, and I was conflicting between the two. Because there was more money coming into photography, and then I got my friends in my ear telling me what I should do, and I listened to myself. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just post them. And let's just say when I posted them,
Viral every time.
Hell.
it went crazy because people thought I would go out and look for these people. No, they came up to me and said, "Hey, can you take my picture?" And I was not going to be that photographer. They'd be like, "I can't tell you shouldn't have wore that or you don't look this way."
Yeah.
I think that's one of me that I shouldn't have took.
Take the picture up.
Took my picture that one time though.
Wait.
Hold on,
But did you pose?
He do be
Did
going
you
around
pose?
Now, did you?
No, did you pose for that one? Okay, exactly.
Oh,
If you
never
posed-
mind. You knew, you
If
seen
she
him.
posed.
You
So
seen
when
him.
I make it that one ugly picture, that's him. He took it.
All right, but it wasn't my fault. She posed.
You just had a good camera.
I
that
just,
night,
I,
that's all.
no, I just, that was my job. I'm not going to say no to anyone.
Right.
Because, I was looking at other photographers, all they do is got pretty people.
Yeah.
The so-called
Yeah.
pretty people.
Right. So
And I realized
You
in
gave
my
him-
city,
you gave him what it was,
in my
right.
city, that wouldn't work too long because it's not, there's more
Perfect.
average, there's more
Right.
normal looking
Right.
people than pretty
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
So I mean, like, I would have been done in a month. So I was just like, no, I'm going to bring the aspect of the community, our community. What we do, we like to have fun. That's why you never seen any fights or anything. Yeah, my bad if I got you broke up, divorced, or
That's awful.
or thrown in jail. Wasn't my fault. Wasn't my fault.
No, it can't be your fault. Because they
No.
know you showing up with the camera.
It wasn't me.
You know you showing up with the camera, so why would you even do that knowing the camera there? So it's not your fault. I can't let you go like that.
Nah, but after all, they get mad at me, then they come back and be like, "Man, thank you. You really helped me out. I didn't know I was angry." I'm like, "Hey, I guess, whatever."
There you go.
All right, and then we're going to fast forward to me coming back to stand up. I came back at 2019, was ready to go forth. Then 2020 hit, so now I'm officially back, and y'all will start seeing. I will start putting out things of like my open mics. If I do an open mic, I'll make sure I get out because I got my other homeboy in my ear. He's like, "Man, you did not tell me that you was doing open mic."
When I seen that picture, I was like, I didn't know.
I know. I gotta make sure I'm building back up my confidence.
And I would like to be a host, so.
I just do open mics, man. You gotta follow me. I don't make it. Y'all come see me. No, y'all gotta find me. It's like, where's Waldo? Where's CJ? Where you gonna be at tonight? I don't know.
Just
Stay
so
tuned.
harassing him on his pictures on the pictures.
No, and now I'm able to. Now since the club scenes are dead, I'm now showing what I do as a photographer as well, other than just club pics. Now you're gonna see what I've been doing during the time there was no club, and acting. So yeah, if you looking on TV and you think you see me, it's probably me. So y'all caught up.
Got you. What about you, King? Thank you for adding value, CJ. What about you, King?
No doubt. Man, I'm gonna say, man, first off, the South is different from the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? We got snow was different. We wear Tim boots. I got them on now. Our slang is different, but man, when I was a kid, man, see, I come from a single mom household. You know what I'm saying? And it was rough. I fought a lot. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was different, but I didn't know what it was. 6, 7, 8, 9 years old fighting. My mom running out the house. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? You know. My dad come through with this karaoke machine. To this day, I got these cassette tapes when I was 9 years old, because that's all I did. Like 50 Cent, that little movie, Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm your best friend. I did that. Got tapes. Because I didn't know what else to do, you know what I'm saying? I stayed in the house all day, played video games, but I had something that I love to do, was music. So I'm on my karaoke machine. 13 years old, my mom ended up hearing it. You want to go to the studio? Cool. That was unheard of. So I ended up producing 2 albums. That was in stores up north. People was buying it. Did a video, ran into Bone Thugs. First time, mainly Busy. Didn't even know. Oh, and I will say though, I appreciate Busy, man. Like, he grabbed me one time, was like, "Little nigga, I'm gonna put you on, little nigga. I'm gonna put you on, man. Hey, Young Bleed. I ain't know it was 7 Sign Records at the time, but it was during like the Resurrection days when they had the album out. I forgot what year, early 2000s. But But most kids supposed to be in school. I was in the studio. I was doing video shoots. I remember one time too, I'm gonna tell a quick story about Nelly, right? I'm 14 years old. We had this club up north called Peabody's. 14 years old, I couldn't even be there. But I'm a performing act and I'm opening up. Did my little thing, rocked it, you know what I'm saying? Came through around 2 o'clock. St. Lunatics come through. Did the little show. Man, when I tell you when they did the show, they was pulling women off the stage. That's all I'm gonna say. They dancing. They pouring liquor. I'm 14 seeing it's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like 2, 3 in the morning on school night, you know? So I kind of grew up around that entertainment thing. And during them teenage years, you know, I was just rapping, writing and rapping, you know? Had a little name for myself. At that time, I was running the Bone Thugs there, here and there. Ran into a Vine. And people told me I was too young and I was too vulgar because I was talking about killing, robbing, and stuff.
Your life.
What I was hearing, because I was young, I wasn't really doing all that, but I was around it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that's what people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up moving, and I've been to like 5, 6 different states. I moved around. That's probably why I'm like a gumbo, because I've been like Texas, Wisconsin, Georgia. I mean, I moved around. So fast forward, I got into acting when I moved to Atlanta. Now I'm in my like early 20s. And I did some background work for Tyler Perry. I met him, Mark Lawrence. I met him, Denzel Washington. I was able to meet him, shook hands with him. I watched these people act, and I watched these people. And I watched Denzel because he's a hard worker, and I watched him, how he'll be so in tune to his character. That's all he's focused on. I said, wow. I like that. Being an extra background, you know what I'm saying? So one day I got up and I'm like, I'm gonna be an actor. And I've been doing it tough for about a year. And ever since then, I've been getting a lot of acting roles, speaking roles. Got up with an agency, and I'm gonna shout them out. Shout out to Talent Track. Appreciate y'all, much love. And I was able to meet people like James, you know what I'm saying? And now it's just like I'm walking on the acting. And everything been good ever since, you know what I'm saying? So,
That's dope. That's dope. Thank you for sharing and adding value.
no doubt.
So y'all. Hey y'all, that is the end of part 1. Make sure y'all come back for part 2. It gets juicy. We start talking about mental health and all kind of good stuff. Thank y'all for watching. One love.